We need to stop exceptionalizing the Philippines and saying like it's an extraordinarily corrupt country compared to others.
Corrupt politicians steal millions. Bad policy costs you trillions over time.
As Marco Garrido, the sociologist from Chicago is saying, is like definitions of corruption are highly culturally specific. What's corrupt here may not be corrupt for other people.
Lobbying in the US, millions given to congressmen is corrupt in other countries, but in the US it's a normal lobbying business. Right?
And so what's the only measure for corruption in the Philippines? Is the Corruption Perceptions Index. And how the methodology for that is they ask businessmen and experts how corrupt is the country, and then they self-rate. In many ways, I think it's a kind of self-fulfilling phenomenon for the Philippines because we get told all the time in the media, by politicians,
self-orientalizing, I call it,
by academics that we're extraordinarily corrupt. So it shouldn't be surprising that in the Corruption Perception Index, we're on the high end, right? But this is not to deny corruption. This is just to say that we can't exceptionalize the Philippines and say, you know, we're so much more corrupt than our neighbors, and that is why we're so much poorer. That's making excuses for our policymakers.
Bad policies.
I think our policymakers have to decide that Filipinos deserve something better than what they've gotten in the past, 100 years at least.
No, this is important. Again, this is where I think the contribution of sociologists like Walden Belli comes in, which is, like, yes, go and blame the trapos or corrupt because corruption is bad, but also blame those squeaky clean technocrats who are not technically corrupt but had this macho policy, tariffs, baba natin, zero. And then you massacre the whole industry.
Yes, exactly.
Or Philippine peso, palakasin natin, massacre all export-oriented. Those guys probably should be even blamed more than corrupt because corrupt politicians steal millions. Bad policy costs you trillions over time.
Exactly.
In terms of foregone economic productivity, right?